What's up? This is Scooney. This is Balcony Talk with the 316 Project. What do you love most about hip hop? What do you think it needs less of? Um, I love just being able to express yourself, and it's kind of like therapy. What I think it needs less of is the negativity. Uh, I think the drill scene, the killing, all the negativity is bad for the youth and the influence. What do you want people to get from your music? What are some common themes that you cover? Um, just relatability. I think if you just be yourself, there's plenty of people in the world that will be able to relate to you. And with my style of music, I just think positive attitudes, good vibes, uh, motivation, uh, just being hungry and hustling. Just all of that thing, all of those combined really is what you'll hear. When did you take up the pen? When did you know you wanted to pursue music seriously? What year are you on now of your creative journey? Um, well, my first love was really the beats. Like I thought I was a producer first, and I just let my homeboy rap. Uh, but I started writing my own raps probably about fifth, sixth grade, and I wouldn't say I wanted to pursue it seriously. I think I just loved it so much as a kid. It was just something natural. So by the time that I got of age and just really thinking about what I wanted to do, I knew I wanted to do something that I loved every day, and music was a constant. And I'm about on year, I dropped my first solo in 2011, so I'm about year 15. Which song of yours feels the most personal? That's a good one. I got a couple of those songs that I'll make and drop that I don't even like listening to after I drop them, but I would say Letter to My Sons. My sons are my priority, and I think that's something that even when I made it, they might have been too young to get all the lessons or what I was saying in it, but it's something that even after I'm gone, they will always be able to go back to and be like, all right, this is what Pops was on. These are his principles. Have you ever ghostwritten or contributed behind the scenes for another artist? Uh, yeah, I've ghostwritten a few, especially on like my projects, like some hooks. I'll ghostwrite for other people to sing. But other projects, we dropped Jew Money a couple years ago, and we pretty much curated that whole project. Two Pistols project, Struggle Through Pain, we curated that, and I actually like doing that. I like being like an executive, like RZA type, putting things together, starting with a blank canvas and bringing it together. So yeah, I like executive school. Knowing what you know now, what is something you would have done differently starting your journey into music? Um, I would have invested in myself from the jump earlier because especially being an independent artist, like you want to have as much leverage as possible, whether that be the studio time, your cameras for videos, your knowing how to mix and master your own music, editing your own videos. And yeah, I would have got to jump on that earlier. What's next for you this year? I got a couple projects lined up. Spoony Love 2, we dropping that in this upcoming month. Got a project with 834, a collab project that we're working on. And then after that, I'll just play it by feel. That's usually how my years go, pretty organic. What's a random talent or hobby that you have that you have that most people don't know about. Um, I'm a great debater, undefeated. Should have been a lawyer. What's missing from the Wichita music scene? I would just say the unity, especially being from a small town that's not really on yet. We really got to come together before outsiders take us seriously. So I like stuff like what the Creator Hubs is doing, popping up, just collaborations like that. That's good to see. How have you evolved over time since your first single or project? That's a good one. I would just say the lyricism. I mean, I've always been lyrical, but I think just how confident and comfortable of the topics that I'm trying to touch, it flows easier now. Before I might have been like searching for like trying to make a good song or what is somebody else trying to hear. But I think now I'm so secure and in tune with myself. I just know it's gonna be relatable if I just stay true to myself. What do you stand for outside of your music? Uh, Family first, man. I think kids are priority. So, that's anything that I'm doing, I make sure I put my kids first. And I think if you do that, you'll make good decisions in life.
Do you think artists have a responsibility to their community?
Yes, most definitely. Um, Being an artist, I mean, people like, we pretty much, the people like put you on a pedestal, like, all right, speak for us, speak for our community, speak for how we grew up, speak for our environment. So I think once you get anointed that position, it's your right to tell the truth and uplift your surroundings and your community.
Uh, What do you think sets you apart from other artists?
I think my work ethic, I think my drive for it, my passion. I think I'll outwork anybody. I think my catalog will speak for that. And I don't know, I'll take like Kobe's mentality to the rap game.
Mamba.
Mamba mentality.
With this work ethic, what new doors has it opened up for you?
I just think the persistence that, especially me not being like a real social person, a real talkative person, I think my work ethic had to do a lot of the speaking for me. And I think being that way, it wasn't big at the beginning, but I think just over time, it just made people respect it more because they seen the consistency.
Outside of your kids, what else motivates you to push so hard?
Just in music or life?
Just life.
Man, it's such an opportunity that we're here. You know what I'm saying? Just when you think about it, like it's it wasn't a given that you were gonna be here breathing. So I just think the opportunity every day to just experience life is something that should keep going.
What does your creative process look like?
Creative process, to me, the beat is the foundation. So me, I'll just have to live life, experience something to get me in a mood to, put something down. But the beat is always first. So once I find the beat, I let the beat speak to me and put me in a certain mood, a certain pocket of, the concept. And then I just let the beat ride, instrumental on replay, and just get to it.
Do you consider yourself a student of hip hop?
Definitely. Definitely a student.
Who would you say are some of your greats that you've studied?
Rakim, uh, Nas, J, Big, M, uh, Special Ed, Coogee Rap, Big Daddy Kane. Man, the list goes all the way from the '80s up until now because I was influenced by just all the rappers. I literally fell in love with it as a kid. So my bedroom was the walls where you couldn't see no piece of wallpaper. My bedroom walls were like the Vibe, Source, Double XL, Word Up, all covers, all CD covers, album covers, all that filled up my walls. So yeah, I've been studying this shit since a kid.
Who's currently in rotation for you right now?
Current rotation, Benny the Butcher, um, Kendrick. Mm, I keep 3 6 in rotation if I had to pull out my nostalgia, but they're the goats to me. Um, yeah, man, I've been on Kendrick tough, man. He got it right now. Larry June, a lot of good vibes from Larry.
Do you have a dream collaboration, either with another artist or even a producer?
Producer would have to be DJ Premier. I just give me a DJ Premier beat and we gonna make magic. I just think he got the best blend of soul and the boom bap scratch, and he survived, I don't know, 3 decades, 4 decades already. So yeah, DJ Premier for sure. As far as a collab, um, somebody that's gonna push me for sure, but I think I would have to go Jay, man. Start at the top. Give me Jay-Z.
Talk about a favorite performance that you've done.
Mm, favorite performance. Um, I would have to say when Big Samuel David threw his Friendsgiving, where he brought like the whole city out and we got everybody on stage for We Outside remix. I think that was probably my favorite moment.
Do you have any intentions of ever putting on any big events like that?
Yeah, it's always been a goal of mine to like put on like an Air Capital Jam, like the Summer Jam, where
Yeah.
we could bring like, it probably would start with just local, but just ideally it will grow to be like where even major artists will come and, headline an Air Capital annual event. So yeah, definitely that's definitely a goal of mine.
How do you stay grounded as an artist?
I mean, the game itself is humbling, man, and it's unforgiving to whoever. So I always think back to like Tupac. Like Tupac died broke. Well, not broke, but like he wasn't as well off as you would think the biggest artist in the game, especially for that time, would be. So it just really makes you think like it's not the monetary, it's just really the passion and the love you have for the craft. And I think that's what that same little love that I had as a boy, that's what keeps me grounded in this. Like that love for it will never change.
If you had to give one bit of advice for young men and women that are coming up in hip hop or even just music period, what would you tell them?
I would tell them don't compromise. Don't compromise for chasing a sound or a fad. I think whatever you're going through in life, that's what you need to be expressing, the truth. And I think if you do it that way, you don't run out of material.
What's the origin of your artist name?
Scooney. All right. We're from the Midwest, so we had a AAU basketball team. Like all my friends were on, and we called ourselves the Midwest Ballers, of course. So, and at the time there was a point guard for Ohio State. Ohio State Midwest team. They were red and black like our AU team, and their point guard's name was Scooney Penn, like Penn. So, and he was one of my favorite players. So I just took his name and I thought the pen was dope. So Midwest Ballers, Scooney Pen. I took that name and ran with it. And since that was my very first rap name, to stay true to myself, I said I can't change it. There we have Scooney.
How important is it to you as an artist to be able to, I guess, be in control and own your own rights?
I think it's major because you get the leverage of just being able to stamp your own creativity without somebody telling you what they think should would be a good fit, or because a lot of times somebody else telling you what you should be doing is usually for monetary gains instead of just the love of the art. So I like to be in control. I want to drop when I want to drop. I want to say what I want to say. So yeah, I think being in control is really the only way to go, even for major artists. I think the game has changed so much to where, especially through social media, it makes more sense to always be in control of your art. All right, man. This is Scooney with Balcony Talk and the 316 Project. You can find me on all social media platforms, all streaming platforms, Scooney 316, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. However, just search Scooney. All my material will pop up, videos, music, all that.